Hello, and welcome to VeEX Broadband Basics. My name is Mike Collins, and I'm a product manager at VeEX. This series of videos is designed to provide you with an overview of the fundamental features of our CATV products. Every video will highlight features of our broadband field meters. In this video, I want to review some of the current features that we have in the CX380C. These hidden gems are very useful in the daily routine of a CATV technician. Understanding their functionalities will help in promoting the CX380C. So let's get started. The first gem is this RP Gen Tilt, or the return pilot generator in tilt mode. The RP Gen Tilt can generate one or two upstream CW signals that are transmitted by the CX380C. This mode requires a sweep TX generator option Z6600198P. This option is also used for the return sweep transmitter. The CX380C needs to have software version 01.01.004 or later to use this feature. To access this mode, you go from the main menu and select the More button. This will bring up a second screen, which you then select the RP Gen Tilt button. In the RP Gen Tilt, users can generate one or two continuous waves, or CW signals. To configure two carriers, simply set the second signal option to on. When generating two carriers, the frequencies can be adjusted between 5 MHz to 204 MHz. For a single carrier, the power level can be set between 8 dBmV to 50 dBmV. However, for two carriers, the power level range is 8 dBmV to 38 dBmV. When generating two tones, both frequencies must have the same power level. Use the auxiliary port for the transmit side and the RF in port for the receive side. Once you have set the frequencies and power levels, press the Start button to generate the carriers. When the Start button is selected, the signal generator will start and display Return Pilot Generator is on at the bottom of the screen. When viewing and measuring the generated carriers, the user has the option to choose between two different views, RP Tilt or Spectrum. If RP Tilt is selected, the screen will display the measured carriers in a bar format. The frequencies will automatically be set based on the settings from the generator screen. At the bottom of the screen, the measured carriers will be displayed. If the spectrum is selected, the screen will display the measured carriers in the spectrum analyzer mode. The frequencies and markers will automatically be set based on the settings from the generator screen. The user can use the RP Gen Tilt mode to verify and balance individual components in the field by simply transmitting the desired carriers from the CX380C through the component and measure with the same CX380C. This method can be done on any of the components in the field. Using two CX380Cs, two technicians can troubleshoot and balance the return path. One technician transmits through the component in the field, and the other technician measures from the node or first active. You may recall I spoke about using the Sweetbox and 380C in a previous Broadband Basics series video called One-Man Return Balance. Basically using the same method to balance the return, but instead you use one CX380C, one Sweetbox, and one technician. Another hidden gem in the CX380C is the DMM, or Digital Multimeter. This mode requires the TDR DMM option Z6600316P. This option also comes with a pair of leads used for the DMM. The digital multimeter provides the ability to measure AC or DC voltage, as well as ohms. The AC voltage range is up to 250 volts, the DC voltage range is up to 300 volts, and the resistance is up to 999 megaohms. The DMM leads connect to the red and black ports located at the top right of the CX380C. This mode provides the technician with a very powerful tool for analyzing and troubleshooting outages. Instead of carrying an additional meter when addressing an outage, the technician can use the CX380C to verify both AC and/or DC at an active component that is not functioning in the field. One of the first lessons I learned during my training as a technician was that an active component requires three things to operate: RF, AC, and DC. When troubleshooting an amplifier with no outputs, first verify that there are RF inputs. Next, ensure that there is AC power at the amplifier, and finally check to see if there is DC at the power pack. Now with fiber optics, there's an additional element to consider: Optical Power Meter. Fortunately, the CX380C has all the tools needed for troubleshooting all four: RF, AC, DC, and optical power measurements. The DMM also has a mode that will convert the DC measurements of a fiber optic receiver in a node to dBm. Most optical receivers have a DC voltage test point. To measure with the CX380C DMM, choose the DCV OPM button on the CX380C. This is an option that will convert the DC voltage to dBm. Once started, connect the positive lead, red, to the DC voltage test point, and the negative lead, which is black, just connect it to the chassis of the node. That will be the ground. The CX380C will display the DC voltage to dBm and to milliwatts. This tool allows the user to measure the DC voltage and convert it to dBm without disconnecting the light from the receiver, which in turn takes the optical receiver down. These hidden gems are just a few of the many other modes that are in the CX380C. This concludes this video on hidden gems in the CX380C. Thank you, and stay tuned for more VeEX Broadband Basic videos.